From Fox 61, Connecticut's news station, this is a Weather Watch Alert.
Hi everyone, Fox 61 Chief Meteorologist Rachel Frank here on the Weather Watch as our high impact but quick hitting storm is starting to wind down, and it has dropped a surprising amount of snow, even more than forecast in parts of the state. You're getting a live look right now in Hartford, where not only has the snow stopped, but we're also seeing that the roads are starting to clear out as well, at least there on the highway. But this tells the story. While things are beginning to dwindle in Westport, Mohegan Sun is still dealing with low visibility, and in eastern and southeastern Connecticut, that snow is still piling up. Let's check out the radar and give you an idea of where this storm is headed. We've got the storm that continues to kind of wind up here to the south and east. There's actually even some lightning strikes associated with this storm as it continues to rapidly drop in pressure. And this storm rapidly undergoing that intensification is one of the reasons why it was able to produce so much snow over a short period of time, up to 1 to 2 inches per hour. And when you have snowfall rates like that, it really adds up quickly. So here's a look at the radar right now, and you're seeing those snowfall rates rapidly diminishing, basically for areas north and west of the I-84 corridor. And between now and around 3 o'clock, we'll continue to see that snow come to an end from west to east after 3 o'clock for far southeastern Connecticut. Here's a look at the satellite and radar, a bit of a wider picture. That storm, again, deepening in pressure. There are those lightning strikes I was showing to you. And here's a closer look at that back edge that continues to work through the state. We are still seeing accumulating snow in New London County, and it's accumulating maybe an additional ½ an inch to an inch or so. And some of the areas here in New London County haven't seen as much as other parts of the state. Milford and New Haven still getting accumulating snow, but look at that back edge rapidly approaching. So within the next ½ an hour or so, the snow will be over there as well, other than a lingering flurry. Cheshire, the snow is over, still snowing in Wallingford, but not for very much longer. And we just showed you the Hartford area where the snow has stopped, other than a few flurries, but it's still snowing in Portland and Hebron. And those are some of the areas that got hit the hardest. Putnam continues to snow right down the 395 corridor, and it might take until 3 o'clock before the rest of that snow finally comes to an end. And visibility also tells the story. Notice we've got 10-mile visibility for Windsor and for Hartford. That's where the snow is dwindling, but ½ a mile visibility in Chester. Let's get a closer look at what conditions are like in Hartford. Temperature of 33 degrees there right now with meteorologist Ryan Breton standing by live. How are the roads looking out there, Ryan?
Rachel, I have to be honest, in downtown Hartford itself, the roads are in pretty good shape. Take a look behind me. This is Main Street out in front of the old State House, and the snow stopped so abruptly, the temperature just above freezing as soon as the crews have gone by a couple of times. At least the main roads here are in pretty good shape. I know we were talking, and just a short time ago when you came in, the back roads were still in pretty tough shape. Also interesting, here in Hartford, this is a very wet and heavy snow. This is like classic snowball snow, as you can see there. But if you go just west of here, even into parts of West Hartford and Farmington toward Bristol, for a while in the storm, it was a fluffier snow. And that's why it was able to stack up in so many places to 12, 13, 14 inches just to the west of Hartford that got into that extremely heavy snow band this morning. Outside of those areas, though, it is a very wet and heavy snow that will be compacting. So do what you can now to clean it up. It'll be near or above freezing much of the afternoon. But tonight, the temperatures will be dropping and that will be icing up. So for more on the story on that, we'll send it back inside to Rachel.
Yeah, a little bit of melting and then a little bit of that refreeze. So we'll be watching out for that tonight. Thank you, Ryan. Here's a look at that snow continuing to move out from west to east. This is about an hour from now. Again, more areas in central Connecticut drying out. And by 3, we are all dry other than some lingering flurries. Here's a look at some of those snowfall totals that Ryan was talking about, how there was this brief, narrow band of 10 inches or more on either side of that, 5 to as much as 10 inches. inches, but in far northwestern Connecticut, Norfolk came in with 3.5 inches of snow. Normally, it's the icebox of Connecticut where you end up seeing the most snow, but this was the opposite in this storm. We also saw some of the lowest totals in southeastern areas, although we might be able to catch up a little bit as the final push ends up coming through. Here's a look at those low temperatures tonight, falling back into the 20s. There may be some delays into tomorrow morning. I'm sure road crews will be working throughout the night and into early tomorrow to get everything up and running. But again, some school buses may be delayed, so we'll be watching that as we head towards tomorrow. And for your Valentine's Day, we are looking nice and quiet with high temperatures in the lower to middle 30s. We're going to talk about additional couple of snow chances in the forecast as we are gearing up for the Fox 61 News at 5 and 6. But we're also going to be here at the top of the hour, closer to 2. Thanks for joining us here on Fox 61, Fox 61 Plus, and we'll see you soon.